Making fun of people is that's the meaning of language in life, dude.
I've always said, if putting people down, if putting people down makes you feel good, and everybody's always putting each other down, then everybody feels good.
Right?
Right?
Is that how that works?
Quote, Socrates.
Or
Socrates.
Or what? We should just get a Jesus figure, and everybody makes fun of him, or her, or whoever, and then they just sacrifice themselves so that everybody can make fun of that person, and then they're like, "I sacrificed myself," so that nobody's making fun of other people. They're just making fun of this person.
Yeah, it'd be like the Elephant Man.
Fun of Jesus.
Yeah.
I sacrificed myself to be the ultimate butt of every joke.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, isn't that how like Kevin Hart got so popular?
I don't know.
He was just like okay with being the short guy and, like, and making jokes about it and shit.
Well, it worked out well for him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's something to be said about being able to laugh at yourself too, right? Like,
It's true.
Yeah, man.
You gotta.
You got to be knowing. Because, I mean, if you ain't got to be knowing, how the hell you got to know?
All right, pizza sacrifice. He's the one that we can all make fun of.
Apparently, I've just volunteered.
Pete's the pariah. Let's go.
Damn.
So, everybody, value viewers, who's coming to our shows?
Yeah, and where
across
are you
North America? We're leaving here in 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks now.
This will be out the week before.
There you go.
Oh, shit. Will this be our last podcast before tour?
Yeah, we're going to do
I think we're going to do another
podcasts
one.
on the road.
Like,
and we might do
literally
another extra
in
one.
the van?
Well, I want to do
Are we
some
on
at
the
the merch
beach?
booth.
At the
that'd be
beach.
cool.
We want to interview people.
Yeah.
I think that'll be really funny. Like,
You just walk up to random people on the beach. Hi, we're a heavy metal band. Can we ask you some questions?
but we get fucking punished like a lot outside of. I mean, everybody does in bands, but like, you get just like random people who want to come up and talk to you about like wacky shit, and it's like, man, do you want to do this on camera? Because we'll do it. Like,
and now we're giving people all kinds of more weird, wacky shit to
we can
talk to us about.
we can interview our fans. That would be great.
Hey, that would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, who cares about us?
Yeah, we know.
I want to learn more about these fans.
Yeah, we see ourselves
What
every day.
medieval weapon? That should be our first question.
Yeah.
Which medieval weapon is the best?
Ah.
And we'll do a massive data inquiry.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah.
and publish our findings.
Sweet.
We could be
Doctors of
grant
punish.
receiving researchers
It's true.
because we're just out there asking the public.
We're collecting data.
Yeah,
man. Hell yeah.
Data
We're gonna
collectors.
have them numbers. We them boys with them numbers.
Well, you want to know any statistics about what people think about medieval weapons?
We got it.
We
Let us know.
We them boys.
We'll go.
We can submit it to the government, and they'll be like, "Oh, you
Government.
guys."
Please stop emailing us.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jono's not here today.
no Jono today.
Yeah.
He's
I don't know.
and then
We
no
talking
Pete,
shit about him or what?
no Pete last time. Let's talk about that review. Where did we already talk about that one where
I don't think we talked about it on the podcast.
that review? We got a review from Sleaze Rocks.
Oh yeah.
Good review, but like talked a
good
lot
review.
about Jono having like longer hair.
He did.
Like a lot of talk
Yeah.
about his hair.
And there was a big long intro about the experience of wearing a mask at a show. I remember.
oh, and yeah, he was having like some sort of almost an altercation with someone else at the show. for wearing a
yeah,
mask or
something like that. That was a bit of a weird article. I mean,
Yeah, it was like band was great, but listen to what happened to me.
yeah. But no, that guy's written all kinds of shit about like every fucking band I've been in for like the last while, and he's
You're
covered
famous,
a lot
dude.
of a lot of my shit. Actually, that guy, like all the
Thanks,
stuff I
Sleaze
did in
Rocks.
Japan, he used
Yeah.
to write an article about it. So yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, I think he shouted out the Tokyo Spandex.
He did, didn't he? Yeah. Yeah.
Fun fact, John Asher, our publicist, he was also like, I sent him that one photo because he asked for a new band photo, and he's like, did you guys get another new drummer? Who's that guy beside Pete? And I was like, that's Jono. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, I guess he must have grown his hair out.
Yeah.
Hair
Because
grows.
if you look back on like the old the original promo shots we took, he had like the
Super short hair, yeah.
the
I was looking at
Hitler
the
Youth.
70,000.
Yeah.
I was looking at the 70,000 tons, some of the 70,000 tons photos too that got taken, and he's definitely got way shorter hair.
Dude,
and there's gel in it.
We've poisoned him. He's
Yeah.
now becoming a filthy long hair.
We've
like us.
corrupted
Give
his
him
mind.
another little while. He'll be all frumpy and fucking, you know.
He'd be put on the Bud Light 15.
Yeah, he'll soon be talking like a. Well, he probably already does.
Yeah.
Bah, what's up, bro? What's up, fuck?
Doesn't take long for that to happen.
Yeah, no.
The tour,
One trip
the tour
to anywhere.
vernacular.
Yeah, one tour and then everybody talks exactly the same.
Yeah,
Everybody
pretty
does
much.
the
A
same
series
inflections.
of grunts and buzzwords. Just screaming sports at each other. Sports.
Mini horns.
Yeah.
That's the new hotness.
It must
Well,
be
I mean,
so
if
weird.
anybody's-
The ongoing
If
hotness.
anybody's seen that was us.
What?
We started mini
The
horns.
mini horns?
I'm
Yeah.
almost
Micro
certain we started
cephalal
mini horns.
horns.
If you've seen it, it was from us. we toured all over the place doing this to people, and now they do it.
Can you make
Yeah.
your metal horn?
It's like
the
it's not.
smaller it is,
it's
the more
not
metal.
fully. Whatever you're doing isn't fully
It's
fucking
flaccid.
sick, but it's like pretty cool. It's like
it's like
The smaller it is,
Little.
the better.
yeah. How small can you make your mini horns? Like, dude, you can make them so small that they're like
reversed.
reversed. Yeah, there you go, reverse horns.
Dude, this is a
yeah.
That's the rock log.
yeah, bro. Okay, for everybody out there. Yeah,
I feel
so
like I've done that.
here, do the metal horns to me. I've done this to people.
Oh yeah, right.
It's like the grossest thing you can
It's
do.
kind of weird, but
Oh yeah, buddy.
Rock log.
I mean, I guess it's just as good as a handshake, really.
I've done it. I've done it
about
to people from stage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the rock
They
log?
do
Yeah.
that, and then you jam your fucking hand. Bam.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
It's like, oh, gross.
It's pretty weird.
That was a weird experience.
It's like at the Dragon Force show, you're showing us the no thumb handshake.
Yeah,
that was pretty weird too.
that's
Try to shake hands without putting your thumb out.
Yeah.
Leave it like that.
Next time you're in an important business meeting,
Yeah.
put your thumb down and then shake someone's hand. They'll.
You just gotta grab the whole fucking thing. You're like,
It's a great one.
awkward. That's like, remember I was telling you about that. I knew this guy. He was a regular at this bar I played in this house band at, and he would every time he came, he'd shake your hand. And he would slide he'd get his middle finger in there and he'd like tickle your palm with it as he shook your hand. And it always weirded me out. I was like, I don't know anybody else who does this. Does this like mean something?
I mean, I remember
Like,
that like as a joke when I don't know, in like school.
it freaked me out. I was like, whoa, don't tickle me, dude.
You should have socked
I'm not
them, dude.
Elmo. Yeah,
Bro, how dare you?
You think this is a game?
tickle my palm.
I'll kill you.
I wasn't that mad, but it was just a weird thing, and he did it every time. And I wondered if he did it to everybody else.
Just you.
Yeah, I don't know. If that's
I
like
asked
a-
him.
I'm gonna Google
I
that.
hunted them.
Actually,
There's this
one of
great
these days.
speaking of
Find out what it means.
handshakes. There's this great conspiracy movie called Conspiracy. It's like
Oh, is that with Mel Gibson?
no. It's
Oh.
like it's like kind of like a lower budget like indie
Oh.
film.
Hmm.
And it's sick because like at the start they like start interviewing, they're like film students or something like that, and they start interviewing like the guy on the street corner who's like, oh, like 9/11 was an inside job, all this shit.
Oh, yeah.
They start interviewing him, and then they start being like, I've been looking at this stuff, and they're like some of this makes sense, and then they like start piecing it together, and then they end up going to like this secret society like Skull and Bones
Ooh.
thing, and it's called like the Bull or something. So it has something to do with a like bull, but they're like they have a secret handshake, and the secret handshake ends up just being the regular handshake. Like that was the secret handshake, was the handshake, bro.
That's like
it
when
was
your
so good.
password is ABC123.
Shut up. That's my password.
Oh shit! Better change it.
It's so funny. Like it's a great movie. Actually, it was really really good. But,
crazy.
yeah.
I think the movie I was thinking of is called Conspiracy Theory.
I do
And it's
remember
with
a movie
Mel
called that, yeah.
Gibson and I think Helen Hunt or something.
Ah, yeah.
And he's like, the fucking government's after me. And everyone's like, no, they're not. You're crazy. And then they were.
The government was after him,
Yeah.
or they were crazy.
Both.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
I mean, there's
yeah.
no talking dogs or coming aliens, but whatever.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson's in it.
Mel Gibson. Who needs talking dogs and coming aliens when you got Mel Gibson?
What if the aliens were talking dogs?
Ooh.
What if they looked
Yeah, that's not.
I don't know if I'd want to make a movie about like pulling on dog.
No.
What if the aliens were furries?
Nope.
They're like dog human hybrids.
Ooh.
That could be weird.
Yeah, we gotta get off the furry shit.
Barking at you,
You know what,
dude.
I hope we don't look back at the furry
20
talk
years from now.
and we're getting
We're canceled.
for
Canceled.
Yeah, 20 years from now.
Bro,
like-
look, listen to when 50%.
My son came out as a furry. How dare you?
Like 50%
Oh,
of the
shit.
population is now identifying as a furry, and like we're like getting fucking crucified for it.
Oh no,
shit.
dude!
Look what
It's
these
gonna be
fucking guys
curtains.
said about furries.
Be curtains for
I've
us.
changed my tune. I'm a furry now. I
Yeah.
choose to live my life as a furry man.
Yeah. Hair implants everywhere.
It's the future, man.
Yeah.
Oh, woo.
Plug. Getting plug.
Man, I'm pretty excited about interviewing people on tour.
It could be fun, yeah.
I wonder if the other bands will be on our.
Our Shredcast? I hope so.
Yeah, we should just make them.
I bet we could
You're
get
on our
Ate on.
podcast
No,
now.
I mean, yeah, some people are like, you know.
We could ask Ate. We could be like, "Yo, man, do you remember anything from Sonata Arctica? Because I don't. Can you fill in these blank spaces of missing days? What happened? this
Missing
day?
data.
Fun fact: Ate was the current drummer for Beast in Black, and was the drummer. I guess still is the drummer for Thunderstone.
I
So-
assume so.
Thunderstone's
Yeah.
sweet, man.
They were great.
I was just listening to
They were-
some Thunderstone the other day.
They're sick.
So we toured
Yeah.
with them on the Sonata tour.
Wow.
That's my story about that.
Them
Not a
and
tour.
Shout out to Triosphere.
Your boys.
We're also fucking sick.
How many bands were on that tour? There's Striker,
Well,
Arctica,
half of it was Triosphere
Thunderstone.
and half of it was
Thunderstone.
Thunderstone.
Oh, okay.
so.
Yeah.
Hey, how stoked are you for the Vicious Rumors double
Oh, yeah,
headliner
that'll be
in
sick.
Tilburg,
That'll be
man?
sick.
That will be cool.
Little Devil. Ooh, yeah.
The Little
I
I think
Devil.
we've played Little Devil more than any other venue. Well,
In
maybe
Europe?
not Starlight,
Yeah.
but at this point it's Starlight. But I remember because I had to go through and compile a list of every show that we played. And at least since I've joined the band, Little Devil, somehow we end up playing Little Devil every single fucking tour.
All the time.
Every time we go to Europe, it's always at Little
the
Devil.
metal venue, and it's funny because it's
Yeah.
like it's
Netherlands,
pretty
right?
small, so it gets packed, and then it's like unlimited grolsch.
Oh, sick.
Somehow,
I don't have nothing
someone
against
always
Wolves. I like that
barfs at Little Devil.
I've never barfed there.
I think last time it
Not
was
a
Chris.
barfer. Not a barfer.
shit. Yeah, I didn't. You know, when I first
Rare.
joined the
Or
band,
maybe it was me.
when I first joined up, there was all this barf talk, and then we went on 3 different tours,
Nobody barfed.
and nobody fucking barfed.
There you go. As we get older, we get less shitty. Like we're not
Yeah,
doing
that's
the
true.
same amount of
I
like
don't-
crazy shit anymore.
I don't like barfing.
No.
Like,
I refuse to
really
barf.
dislike barfing.
It's the worst.
I would rather feel like more shit the next day
Yeah.
because I didn't barf.
Everybody's
than
like,
barf.
"Oh, if you just throw up, you'll feel better." It's like, bro, I don't want to throw up.
I think
It's
on
like,
the,
dude, have you ever thrown up before? When did you feel better while you were throwing up? Like ever? Just retching.
Maybe we're just bad at it.
Your
Because some people
stomach,
just
like-
they're just like. But for me, it's like a production.
I never
bro.
knew that.
It's like a whole fucking. If I'm like sick and I have to throw up, it's like I'm trying everything in my power not to throw up
Oh,
until it happens,
the
and then
worst.
I'm like, "Fuck this."
Done. And I don't get those guys who like can like throw up, empty their shit out, and then go and just keep drinking, man. If I get to the point where I'm barfing,
Your body's
it's fucking curtains,
yo, your body's
dude.
telling you to stop.
Yeah.
Don't throw up and then
It's like
keep drinking.
Basically,
That's
your
fucked.
stomach is kicking itself in the face. Like,
I had a friend who was an expert barfer. Well, I still do have a friend.
Like,
But
you get paid
I remember at
for barfing.
several, like it was one of his party tricks, was to A, puke on command, but B, he could puke out a fire. So like if you had like a campfire or whatever, he would puke it out and just be like, it was disgusting.
Okay, dude.
And it obviously is hot, right?
Yeah.
A fire, and
Yeah,
it's like cooks
burning
the
his
barf.
puke, yeah.
Oh, it's
I was just
terrible.
gonna say, because like, have you ever tried to piss on a fire to put it out?
Oh, yeah,
it
I've done that a
smells
lot.
horrible.
Oh yeah.
I can't imagine puke being any better.
Oh no.
That's so.
Okay, now we got to meet someone who can turd a fire out.
The trifecta.
The ultimate. Dude. And we got to put all three of them together in like a new band of superheroes.
The fire stoppers.
Yeah.
And then there's a new breed of firefighter on the
Yeah.
What bodily
We're putting these
fluid
cool,
can you use?
cool firefighters shame. Oh God.
fucking weird as hell.
It's pretty weird.
Speaking of barfing, so I'll tell my Dark Tranquility barfing story.
Oh yeah.
So in Dallas, we were playing the last show with Dark Tranquility on that tour.
Oh yeah, this one.
And so like it's at a sweet venue on, what do they call it? Deep Ellum, I think. And it's like a really cool trees, yeah. In Deep Ellum. I guess that's a neighborhood. Anyways, there's like this dank ass barbecue place across the street, and I tried to go there for dinner, but it was like literally lined up around the blocks. I'm like, fuck. Okay. So we go back. We're the first band, so we play our
Tim
set.
is a foodie.
Yeah, I love Gorfin. So we play our set. I pack up and I run across the street. I get there just before it closes, and they give me like a gigantic mountain of barbecue. I'm like, oh hell yeah, pimp! So I ate.
Hell yeah, pimp!
So I ate all this barbecue. I'm like maximum 10 out of 10 full. No more room at all inside me. I'm just like, oh man, I'm fucked up from eating all this. And then as I'm walking into the venue, our tour prank was to run up on stage.
This is for Warbringer, yeah.
Yeah. Our tour prank was to walk up on stage and shotgun beers during their set. And as I walk into the venue, I can see the Striker band members on side stage with the beers ready to go. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I ran back there, grabbed a beer to shotgun, and like I just ran in, pop it, shotgun the beer, and I was like, oh, fuck. I hadn't drank at all at this point. I'm just like, oh, fuck. I just went and laid in the green room for like 10 minutes, and then like... 5 minutes after that, I'm just like, fuck this, oh, it's coming up. And I just like ran outside the back door and I just barfed everywhere. It's terrible.
You're like 10 out of 10 barbecue.
Yeah.
It's just like,
yeah, and I just barfed up all this barbecue, delicious barbecue. After a while, after it took a while, but I was like, oh, I don't want to eat barbecue after this. It just reminds me of puke and like Bud Light foam.
Dude.
Horrible, man.
I love the tour pranks are fun. I mean, it's hard to think of a good one though. I found that like,
I think we got Bewitcher good that tour, like, because you know that how they're like they brand themselves as a satanic speed metal band, right? So we made up these signs that were like supposed to be like protest signs from Westboro Baptist Church, and it was like say no to satanic speed metal. We marched around the mosh pit with them, like
we're like out in the crowd picketing their set.
Yeah.
That was fucking funny.
The one we did with Sonata was also pretty funny. We like put out a table in the middle of their set on stage.
Right while they were playing?
While they're playing. And then we just started playing poker and like drinking.
Yeah, one guy had a thick of cards. So everybody brought a chair out and the table. We somehow got like a table like this on stage and everybody sat around it and drank. And like played
for
cards.
like a full song.
Yeah.
And they also released a bunch of like beach balls into the audience too.
Oh, cool.
That was great.
That's wicked.
Trying to think, we did not tour prank Primal Fear. I don't recall.
Sheepers Whip.
I just don't like the vibe wasn't there for that to be a tour prank kind of tour.
Did we tour prank Unleash the Archers or Skullfist? I don't remember doing any of those.
We never did with
Did we?
I can't remember doing a tour prank.
I can't fucking
but
remember.
I know we didn't.
The whole thing was
we didn't prank.
The whole tour was a tour prank.
We didn't really get into any of that with Death Angel or Steel Panther, though, did we?
No, those are too like short. I mean, the tour prank has to be like you've seen each other for like 35 days in a row.
Yeah,
just like fuck.
Yeah, it's true.
Gonna zing you good.
We did Dark Tranquility. We went on stage and fucking did a fucking guitar thing, just goofing around.
Yeah.
And then
I think the Bewitcher prank was in retaliation to one they did for us.
Yeah.
They
dressed up as aliens.
Fight.
They
for
did.
Bud
They did
Light.
two things.
Oh, and then they did fight for Bud Light.
They dressed up like aliens in Las Vegas, and came out when we were playing Phoenix Lights. And then they did. They brought a bunch of Fritos and Bud Light on stage, and while we were playing Fight for Your Life.
Fight for Bud Light, fight for your Fritos.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good way to connect the earlier topic of misheard lyrics.
There you go. Yeah, that's right.
Dude. We're masters of the craft.
I
It's
used
almost
to
like we planned that.
I used to love watching like there's this YouTuber, I don't know if he's still around, I think he called himself Buffalax. But he would take a bunch of foreign songs, like pop songs, rock songs, or whatever, that aren't in English, and he would,
like do lyrics.
yeah, and he would put
Yeah,
English subtitles of kind of what they sounded like, and some of them were pretty far fetched, but man, some of them were so good, and I've been such a huge fan of some of those, and actually a lot of those songs I've ended up like really liking the actual song and just listening to it like normally, like for music. So I've got this weird like fucking Bulgarian folk song or whatever that I like now because it had these dumb fucking English misheard lyrics, right?
Apparently there was,
Some good
well,
ones.
actually I've watched the video, but there was an Italian guy, I think it was in the 60s or 70s. And
is this the one that sounds like English but it's not?
yeah, and it's just gibberish.
It's so weird.
Yeah. And he's just like singing in this pseudo English, but it's just gibberish. He doesn't know English. It's just gibberish.
Right.
And I think he wanted to prove a point.
Is that one that goes?
I don't remember the
I
song.
don't know that. Shit.
But yeah, it's just like
Yeah,
this
dude,
weird
that's how it gets
song
so
and video.
funny.
And
Oh,
it's,
man.
I think he wanted to prove a point that like Italians would just like any song that sounded like English.
Well, like
Point proven.
it's funny because like when you listen to it, it's like imagine not understanding English but
Yeah.
hearing it,
Right.
and that's what it's like. And
It's like
just
listening to
whoa.
Rammstein.
It's like when
So
Russell
weird.
Peters goes and tries to like, speak a foreign language that he doesn't actually know, but he's like, this is what it sounds like to me, kind of thing. It's kind of funny, right?
That's what
Everybody
it's
talks
like.
funny. It's okay.
Listening to Ozzy Osbourne live.
Actually,
How is he still alive?
there was a really,
I don't know.
I think it's probably still going on, and it's been going on for like 30 years. It was a really popular and famous in, I think, the 80s and 90s probably, but a show called Sora Mimi Hour, and Sora Mimi means misheard lyrics in Japanese, and it's actually a pretty big TV show and Marty Friedman was on it for a long time. So what they do is people send in their misheard lyrics. Like fans of the show will send in, hey, there's this song
Hold
and
me
it sounds
closer,
like this, right?
hold me closer, Tony Danza.
Yeah, stuff like that. But usually what it is it'll be a non-Japanese song and it sounds like something in Japanese. And so, but what they do is they have the whole video crew that they make like a reenactment drama of whatever these misheard
Ooh.
lyrics are. So if it's like, okay, so what's a good example? Scorpions, You Give Me All I Need.
Yeah.
It sounds like Yukimi Onani, which means masturbating while looking at falling snow. So it sounds like that, right?
Oh,
So what they've got now is as the song comes in, before it hits to that lyric, the camera comes in and kind of sees a guy in front of like this beautiful snowy scene, and he's got his window open, but he's like this, and then he's busted, and then the lyric comes up, Yukimi Onani, right? And it's like, oh my god, that's hilarious, and they reenact every one of these things, right? And then the guys comment on it, and then they send in their own, and there's just like there's like weeks and weeks of footage of this show to watch, and if you understand Japanese, it's fucking hilarious, man. So good.
The misheard lyrics from Vince Neil live when he's like,
God,
he
yes.
kicks him out, Big Mac 103. It's like,
Oh
man.
man, poor guy. Yeah, I mean, that guy's got to know how much he gets shit on these days. Like, there's no way he doesn't know.
No, it must be so interesting to have a life like that. Like, there's so many people who are like big time, like the butt of the joke, like the pariah
There you
that
go.
we were just talking about. No, the callback to.
There you
You
go.
think about that guy's had one hell of a fucking life, though, man. Like,
Oh yeah.
poor guy's. What? Didn't he have a son that died or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Kid, yeah.
Plus, one of his best friends accidentally kills him in a car fucking crash, driving
Whoops.
drunk, and like, dude, man, those guys have been through some shit. Hey, like, like, wow, dude.
I mean, they were also in a sweet band in the 80s.
Did
Yeah.
you guys? At what age were you when you read The Dirt?
Oh,
I think I read that
was
in
a
high
little-
school.
A little
Yeah.
while before.
I read that in
the
high school
movie
and was
came
just like,
out.
wow,
Wow.
wow. And then like later heard that like probably a lot of it's just bullshit.
Yeah.
Although I don't know because like I mean we're not like a crazy band, but we got lots of stories. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
if you were a
Debauchery.
crazy fucking band, I imagine you would have crazy stories.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're hopped up on
And you
blow
live in the
and
middle
heroin,
of
all the
like
fucking
You
shit.
live basically on the Sunset Strip
Plus you're
in the 80s.
You know, you
That's
get a
gotta
ton of
fire you
money
up a
right
bit.
away. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
Get famous.
You gotta wonder, too, how much of it was just like these guys were there at the right time in the right kind of generation, and the right thing was going on, and they were just crazy guys who were there. Or are they actually a legendary band?
I mean, I could only imagine how fucking weird and shitty I would be if, like, I got
raised on the Strip in the 80s.
Yeah, and then also was like signed to a major label and got like big famous metal band in like the early like if I got signed like in my like as I was 18, 19, 20 or something, I'd be a fucking mess out there.
Oh yeah, dude. Man. That kind of lifestyle at 18, 19, I would have taken it, and I might not be alive, I don't think, today. Like,
man, I was watching
death or something.
I went down a YouTube hole. It was this I can't remember what the channel's called, but it's like they do like a bunch of
hot sauce on feet.
no, call back. No, it's like these sort of like deep dives into like a band's discography, and like they just talk about the history of the band basically.
Yeah.
And I watched one on Warrant.
Nice.
Warrant.
Warrant. And
Worm?
Bro, like what a difficult transition it was for those bands from the 80s to the 90s. It was just like God, like the shit that they were doing in like the 90s was like, this sucks. Like you
From
guys
spandex
are
to
not
flannel.
it. Like they're just trying so many different things, and like, and I'm sure they were like influenced by that music as well. Like, I mean, we like modern metal music too, so we're like influenced by that also. But like the pressure on them to like figure it out and like keep going and like
pioneers,
get their
I can only imagine like. Because Warrant, they had their Cherry Pie album was like what 1990 or 89, something like that. It's like right before the grunge
a couple of good albums,
wave.
So. I really like Warrant.
And then they're probably like, okay, let's dump a bunch of money into your next album. And then it's like, oh, sorry, grunge came and we're fucked.
Yeah,
and it's just like
labels
boom,
going under, bud.
Yeah, your label's done. Your fucking contract is over. It's just like fuck that must suck. Or like I bet there's a ton of bands that were just
cool
like a up and coming band. It's like, oh yeah, we're signed. We're gonna put out our first album, and maybe and then it's like boom, nope.
Sorry,
fuck
guys,
you.
We dumped you for Nirvana.
Yeah,
Who the fuck's Nirvana? You'll see.
Yeah, just like oh fuck.
Bro. Yeah, and then side note on Warrant, there was another video that popped up, and it was this guy talking about how they had like a session guitar player do all the leads.
Shred.
So like the guys in the band like were like looked the part, but like maybe couldn't fucking play the part.
They had
and then
something to do with like that with Bon Jovi too, wasn't there?
I think it was their bass player. They have a live bass player and then a studio guy, I think.
Yeah. I mean, whatever.
I mean, if you're going to afford to hire both, sure.
But it's interesting because he was like, this guy was talking about this guitar solo he really liked from Warrant, and then how, like, here's a live video of it, and he's like, why does it sound so different? And it's like a simplified version of the studio one or whatever, but I don't know. I thought that was pretty funny. I mean, whatever.
Way she goes.
Fucking Cherry Pie, bud.
Yeah, back in the day.
Like Bridges Are Burning. That's my favorite Warren song. So good.
I'm a fan of, what is it, Uncle Tom's Cabin?
Uncle Tom?
Oh, yeah,
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's good, dude.
I guess, back in the day, you couldn't just, like, punch in every note like you can do now. You had to actually hire somebody who didn't suck.
Yeah. You guys remember Ugly Kid Joe?
A little bit.
That's some fun stuff. Or Green Jelly. You remember that band, Green Jelly?
Isn't that the one with the little pig?
Three Little Pigs? Yeah, they were weird. They had this other
they didn't
song
do
called
that.
Green Jelly. They were the
okay, yeah,
totally, or whatever. They had this other song called "The Misadventures of the Shit Man." And it was pretty good too. Check it out.
Any songs about piss?
Nah, I don't remember there being songs about piss. There's not enough songs about piss. Yeah. Planet Piss. Planet Piss.
I like how accurate Death Clock has been.
Oh yeah,
with just making fun of fucking metal. Like meanwhile, it's
perfect.
The bass player's talking about piss all the time.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Planet Piss.
Now was that a natural thing, or were you influenced by
piss?
Death Clock.
Oh, I've been saying piss for a long time. Like that's
Metalocalypse.
Yeah. I think it's no, because it was even before that. Somebody even told me it was like you stole that from Tourette's guy. which was a big thing on the internet for a while there.
I remember Trust
the
Guy, yeah.
alcoholic
That's a
guy with the
classic.
shreds and stuff. Yeah. But no, I was saying piss even before that, and I've always had an affinity for like I've always liked changing.
I've always enjoyed urine.
You know, I've always enjoyed changing the, you know, like the word that is always used. Like, say, for example, if everybody says "what the fuck," I would rather say "what the shit." You know, and you swap the words out.
Counterculture.
Yeah. You swap, you know, swap the words out and have some fun with your language a bit, right? So, you know, what the piss, you know, that's.
Yeah.
So when everybody was saying shit, I'd be like, oh, piss. Just you know, something different, right? Some variety.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now it's.
What do you want? Cheerios? Or you want fucking Fruit Loops? Come on.
Piss
That was
loops.
a bit of a weird analogy, I guess.
Yeah. Bro.
Fruit
Cheerios
Loops
are all one
superior.
color. Fruit Loops are a bunch of different colors. You know, like, yeah.
Yeah.
They got blueberry Cheerios now, though. I didn't
I
realize
got all
that.
kinds. We got we got some Cheerios from fucking Costco and they sucked.
Did they?
It tastes like nothing.
Oh,
Like what the fuck
dude.
is the point? Plus,
Dude.
I mean, cereal. Kind of.
I'm on the all brand life.
Fruit
All brand,
O's
yeah.
instead of Fruit.
All brand and chia seeds
Wow. Jeez.
and Metamucil.
Yeah.
Take your guess.
No,
what
all
for?
brand's great. I've been buying those bags of frozen fruit, berries and shit. I'll thaw them out. I'll get some coconut yogurt and I'll dump some granola in there and a bunch of fruit and I eat that in the morning. It's fucking
It's
great,
good.
man.
Yeah.
Reminds me of
A little
Hotel
parfait.
Continental breakfast.
Parfait.
Parfait.
Bro, some of those fucking hotel breakfasts. Oh man. Like I like the
Ooh,
one that's
good.
like it's like a powdered egg omelet with like a half a slice of American cheese in it and it's just like I guess I'll eat this with like the salsa that they have. Bro, those are so gross.
Yeah, those suck.
Most of those
Some of the sausages get pretty bad too.
Oh, yeah, God. you know, I don't
Bacon's good.
I kind of
hard to
like
fuck up
those
bacon.
sausages, but I'm also at the same time I'm like, who wants these?
Yeah.
Like who? Like are they super cheap to make? Is that why
must be.
they're in every continent?
Probably. If,
I like
every once in a while, there's a really good one. I remember
Yeah.
we went to one. I think we're on the way home after some tour, and it was like in Oregon or something. And it was like some small town, and they had their breakfast. And I happened to be up at the time, and I was like, "Oh wow, this is a really good breakfast! Like real eggs, good sausage,
shit.
good bacon, just like all the food." And it's like, oh, why can't that be like everywhere? But instead, you go to these other places, and it's like, okay, here's like 5-day-old powdered eggs,
Oh yeah.
and like all this other
Powdered
disgusting
eggs, yeah.
shit, and you're just like, what
Like
the
synthetic
fuck?
egg yolk or some
Yeah,
shit.
but I do
dude.
like in some places in the States they have that like weird white sausage gravy or whatever the fuck it
biscuits
is.
and gravy.
Yeah, the gravy, the white
Yeah.
sauce.
Biscuits and gravy, man. That
As
shit's
a,
great.
As
Yeah,
a
I
Canadian,
like
that's some weird ass shit, but it's
I
like,
like the
It's like
Mm.
good though. I also feel like there's no way this needs to be at a breakfast. Like,
Yeah.
some fucking gravy on your breakfast.
what the
biscuits
fuck
and
is this?
gravy. I dig it though. Yeah.
I still
And you know what else blew my mind in the U.S. was how fucking good chicken and waffles
I was
are
gonna
in
say.
some of the.
I was
southern
telling someone about
states,
that the other
dude.
day.
Oh,
that
my
you
God.
had that insane. That was in
Where the fuck was that? Georgia? No, it wasn't Georgia.
Confederate town.
Confederate town.
It was.
Yeah,
it was in
yeah.
a. It was in a pretty red state.
What's
I
that?
think,
What's
yeah.
that super? It's like where the last stand was or something.
Jackson, Mississippi, or something.
No, but
that
it,
what
it
it
was right around when we were doing the whole Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, and it was either before or
What
after
tour
that.
Was that with Holy
It was
Grail?
Holy Grail, yeah. And that one restaurant, I remember it was the backstage was downstairs. It was a restaurant on one side of the venue, and then the stage was on the other side. And their fucking chicken waffles was amazing. And I mean, I guess it helped that we went outside and we just smoked a
Richmond,
joint.
Virginia.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was, Richmond, Virginia. Best chicken waffles I've ever had in my life.
At the Camel.
The Camel, yeah.
Shout out to the Camel.
The Camel. You guys make the most amazing chicken and waffles.
I still need to have a chicken fried steak. I guess it's a steak,
Did a
but
steak fried by a chicken?
no,
like
it's
a
a
chicken
steak
fries it
that
for
they
you?
fried it like KFC, so they like
Oh,
butter it
whoa.
and batter.
And
Deep fry it, I
battered
guess.
Man,
steak?
this
Do you
would be-
really
you know-
need to batter a steak?
That's what a chicken fried steak is, I think.
okay.
I still
I'm
haven't
gonna-
eaten one.
I'm
I keep
trying.
meaning to eat one, but I just never do.
Steak? Wow.
Dude, we should.
Sounds all right.
A fun thing to do would be to like just go through these tour dates
Yeah.
and like, because I mean, it's like instantly bringing back a ton of memories.
Yeah.
Like,
Remember something that happened at each one of them?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if anything, we could just
Good way to
talk
close
about the
today's
food
out.
that we eat
Yeah.
at each one.
That'd be a
Okay,
good
you
way
do the
to.
first one.
Okay.
We could go around. Each somebody says something they remember.
Should we do that on other podcasts? Is this
Yeah,
one-
we're like
we've
getting
been talking for a
close to
while,
the
yeah.
end here,
Yeah.
so we could just
That might be a good one for our next one. Yeah.
I feel like that'll be quite the time.
It'll be like
consumer.
a long fucking.
Someone will
It
go
could
off on
take
a
a while.
tangent. Someone will talk about eating barbecue and then
get through-
shotgunning a beer and then barfing.
We'll get through like fucking 2 venues and just be like endless bullshit. Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. I feel like we got.
I think we got a good
fairly
one.
long,
We
fairly
got
long.
some time here. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, maybe John will be on the next one. We'll see.
Hey, yeah,
Maybe even
he'll be back.
Simon.
Maybe Simon will be back. Yeah.
Oh yeah. We get Simon on here finally.
We gotta get Simon on here. It's gonna be fucking crazy.
No, we gonna do a 5-guy fucking podcast.
Oh, dude.
Well,
5
gonna-
guys, 1 camera.
It's hard
Or we
enough
just get
to
one
not
person
all talk.
off camera.
We got to do the
Yeah.
Centurion. That's
Oh,
what
the
we agreed
Centurion,
to. The
bro.
Centurion.
Yeah.
It's
That's the
hard
next
enough
one.
to like not all talk at the same time with 4 people. We get 5 in here. It's gonna be a mess.
5 during the Centurion.
Oh god. Everybody
Well,
drunk.
that one I think obviously that one's gonna be a write-off.
The Centurion, yeah.
Yeah.
We got to get people involved in that with us when we do our Centurion. Maybe
think
we can
live
market
stream
it
it.
a bit.
I think
Live
the
stream.
I think the
Live stream
video
Centurion.
version of it that we release will have
We can't live stream it, but we can maybe live stream
Yeah.
the video,
in case we
but
need
not
to
the audio.
in case we
Yeah.
need to redact something.
but pizza fucked up.
I think it would be fun to do like the video with like a counter of each minute that
Bing,
goes by.
bing.
Yeah,
we should totally do
definitely, yeah.
that. And yeah,
That's gonna be brutal.
no, it's not that bad.
Actually, yeah.
Isn't it like 7 beers?
Yeah, in an hour.
Hour and a
7
half?
beers in an hour and
How
a
many-
half.
the math?
That's significant.
But
Because
if,
I
but
feel
if
like
it's Bud Light,
I feel like yeah. I feel like I'm good at pacing myself over an evening. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like I've spent years learning how to
learning the curve.
not barf at 9 p.m. You know, like in high school.
I've done it twice.
I've never done the
I think
Centurion.
maybe only
Never done
once.
it, no.
I think maybe it's twice. But anyways,
I've made some long wizard staffs in my life.
it'll be
though.
good. We got to pick a day for that, and we got to make sure we do a jam first, so that the next day we don't have to jam, or
Oh,
else it'll be
yeah,
curtains.
please.
for us.
We got what, 2 weeks, a week and a half?
Yeah.
Simon, Centurion.
All right.
Let's go.
Maybe we should just do our Centurion on the beach in Pensacola.
We can do one there too.
I'm sure we will.
We probably will.
The hotel before the beach.
Bro.
Yeah. Strike or drown.
Whoops, sorry,
Eaten by
guys.
sharks. All right, that's it. Peace.
Smell you later.
Bye.
That's the podcast, bro. That's right.